Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today the surprise is Action Force Scarabs. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. First up, as we normally do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. Valaverse, Action Force. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And a piece of a window to let some light in from the top. On the front, nice big window showcasing most of the figure and the accessories. Action Force, Scarabs, 14 and up, Valaverse. On the bottom, Action Force. Products and colors may vary. Valaverse, small print, fine print, legalese print. Action Force, created by Valaverse. Barcode, made in China. On this side, Scarabs 02-03. Nice artwork. On this side, Action Force. And on the back side, the cross sale, Rollout, Trigger, Sergeant Slaughter, Duster, Scarabs, and Garrison Cavalry. Collect Action Force Series 2. Scan for additional Action Force products. Right there. Cut and save this thing. The file card. Scarabs, file name various, primary specialty, heavy weapons, secondary skill, explosive, birthplace various, rank affiliation, ranks unknown. The Swarm. Scarab troopers are the exclusive paramilitary ground force of the Swarm, while Swarm troopers deploy by air. The Scarab force controls the ground with a plethora of heavy weapons. Scarabs also operate on the same hive mind interface as all Swarm military personnel. The Scarabs are equipped with tungsten-coated armor, making them able to withstand a barrage of high-caliber rounds. Their helmets are designed as a compound eye, so that they can detect movement from all sides without facing their threat. As redacted, tighten their hold on weaker Republic. The Scarabs are used to elicit fear and control. Kinda like stormtroopers. Getting into a skirmish with the Scarabs is a losing battle. If you are lucky enough to see them coming, it's best to lay down your arms and get in line. However, the Scarabs rarely show up without a firefight. Action points too. Cut and save action points for future promotions. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Follow Valaverse, Valaverse, and Valaverse.com. And that, my friends, completes a look at the packaging. It's time to take a look at the figure and his accessories. And let's start off with the hands. The extra hands. He comes with 3 extra sets of hands plus the set that is on him. Comes with a set of grip hands. Here's one. The other one is currently on the figure. So nicely detailed hand. And he comes with a gun holding hand, cradling hand. Set of those. And he comes with a set of fists. And a set of trigger fingers, one of which is currently on the figure, and here's the other one. And they all have side-to-side hinges except for the trigger finger hands, which have up and down hinges. And he comes with this nice rifle with a grenade launcher on it. Nice paint app on here. And an additional thing they didn't have to do, it does have a removable clip. And it also comes with 2 spare magazines. And he comes with this pistol. Kind of futuristic-y looking. No removable magazine on the pistol. And then he comes with this knife, which I believe this style is called a kukri style blade. I could be mistaken. And he comes with this armored vest. And as you can see right here, it has 2 little round tabs and 2 little round holes here on this side, but not the other side. So you have to slide it over his arm. You have to take his head off, slide it over his arm, and then put it in position, close it up, put the head back in place. And then the sheath for the knife is right here on the back. And I'll show you, I had a little bit of problem with mine. A little bit of problem that goes back to the Snake Eyes issue with the first release of Snake Eyes, where his knife did not want to go in his sheath. And I had a little bit of issue with that, but we'll cover that later. And the last accessories are the Action Force base. It has 4 pegs. It looks like diamond plating. It has the logo indented on it. And then it has a channel here in the back, channel or slot, whatever you want to call it. And then on the bottom, 2021 Valaverse LLC, made in China. So very sturdy, thick base. And then what I would imagine that this channel in the back is for is, here's the file card. And you just put the file card in it, and it likes to lean forward. Or I guess you could put it in there like this if you so desired, so that your figure always has his file card with him while he's on the display base, at least. Now let's take a look at the figure. It looks like it's molded in yellow, and then it has the black paint on it, at least this upper torso section, and probably the lower torso section also. This piece is removable, but I don't foresee it being real easy to get off over the legs, especially with this holster for his sidearm, because it does not remove, it is glued into place. So here's some paint apps up here and here, paint apps on the belt, paint apps on the legs here, I mean all down the legs. Very nice looking figure, and you can kind of see inside the helmet a little bit, and I was like, wow, there's a little bitty head in there, but it's not. It's just where the ball joint for the neck goes up into the head where they connect together. So, but I do like this clear plastic, the way that they used it here, or translucent in that color, and then it's got these, you know, looks like compound eyes of a bug, and then I guess this is the breathing apparatus that goes all the way around. So very neat, futuristic-y looking kind of soldier. Well, let's talk about his articulation without his vest and stuff. He can look up that far. He can look down that far. He's got just a little bit of waggle in there. He can do the full exorcist, and this is on just like Sergeant Slaughter. If you watched that review, it's a hinge and ball, where the ball goes up and the head sits on that. It does have a butterfly joint here at the shoulder. Goes back that far, forward a good bit better. As far as his arm going up, seems the joint here, the butterfly joint, kind of gets in the way and only allows him to lift up that high. And this is not a separate piece that would lift up or anything like that. He does get a full 360 degrees of rotation at that shoulder. There's a cut here at the upper bicep for another 360 degrees of rotation. A double hinged pinless elbow. And let's see. I can get it to do right. Gives you about that much range of motion, so that's really good. Not perfect, but it's good. And then looks like either a dumbbell joint or maybe a ball joint of some kind here, where the upper and lower torso meet. And it gives him all kind of hula action, side to side, forward, back, crunch. And it will also spin a full 360 degrees. Then at the waist is also on a ball joint. At least it seems to be a ball joint. So he gets all kind of hula action out of that. But it only turns that far and that far at the waist. As far as the legs, they are on drop down hinges. You can see in there, I don't think the camera's really letting you see, but there's a drop down hinge in there for added articulation, or range of movement, added range of movement rather. He can give you that much of the splits. He can kick forward like a showgirl. And he can kick back that far. There's a cut right here. I think they probably could have hidden it with this armor, kind of like Black Series does with their Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers, but they opted not to. So there is a visible cut right there, and it does give you 360 degrees of rotation. At the knee, it's double hinged and pinless, and excellent range of motion there. And then at the ankle, it can go down that far. It can go up that far. And he does have a forward-facing pin for a little bit of rocker action. I think this is getting in the way a bit. So, and once you start moving him, some of the paint is going to come off of that hinge. So, just be aware of that. And as far as getting his equipment on him, let's go ahead and pop the head off. And then you get a better look at that hinge and ball joint there. Take the vest, put his arm through the armhole, and this part where the grenades are on front, part where the grenades are is the front. As you can see, it has a high collar in the back for neck protection. This does appear to be a type of flak jacket, perhaps, armor. And this is not the easiest thing to do. Why I pulled it off, I don't know. I just wanted to see if it would come off easily, and I knew it wouldn't be easy to get it back on because it wasn't easy to get it off. But I wanted to really show that range of motion that he had from those joints under this. So, and there we go. And as you can see, there's the two holes. Pull as tight as you can, And just try to force those pegs in there. They don't always want to go. Sorry I had to pause it there for a moment to work these pieces back in place. If you don't want to have a little bit of issue with it, don't pull it off. It wasn't horrible to get it back on, but it wasn't the funnest thing to get. And then we're just going to pop the head back on. And it went on there, but no satisfying pop. And then we'll take his knife and put it in a sheath, and I'll show you the issue I had with it. It still doesn't want to go all the way in there. And as you can see, it does have a little cut right there, which is supposed to be there. However, when I was sticking mine in, it poked through right there. So you have to kind of make sure it's up all the way. And it's still wanting to do it. And then just kind of force it a little bit, and it goes in there about that far, at least on my copy. Not the best quality assurance on that, so just be aware of that when you go to put it in. As far as does he hold his weapons, let's see. Yes, awesome. Holds them very well. Pistol goes right into the holster, and it's in there tight, it's not coming out. And I'm afraid some of this yellow paint is going to come off, and I'll bump the camera again. It's going to come off the gun the more you put the weapons in and out their hands. So, alrighty, there's a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And first off, let's bring out the only other Valaverse figure that I currently have. And it's Sergeant Slaughter, and that's how they compare it. I think this Slaughter is a bit on the small side, but they're, you know, they seem to be about the same height, these two, but he should be taller. And next we have some G.I. Joe Classified. Here is the Target exclusive Cobra Island Cobra Trooper. So his helmet makes him a little bit taller. And here we have the Target exclusive Cobra Island Cobra Viper. Again, this guy seems to be a little bit taller, at least on camera. In person, they seem to be about the same height. I don't know why the other one looks taller in the camera. Here is the General Release Cobra Infantry. The General Release Cobra Bat. And the General Release Cobra Alley Viper. And for the last G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And how does he compare up to other lines? Let's take a look. Making his cameo appearance, here we have Stan the Man Lee from the Marvel Legends series. From Star Wars The Black Series, here we have the Archive Waves 501st Clone Trooper. And for some 7-inch badness, because he's a bad guy, here we have the McFarlane DC Multiverse, Three Jokers, Joker, the Comedian. And that, my friends, completes a look at comparisons. For final thoughts on the Valaverse Action Force Scarabs, I think this is a pretty cool looking dude with his compound eye helmet, grenades on his chest, a grenade launcher, machine gun, pistol, all kinds of armor bits. I mean, I surely would hate to come up against this guy. But he looks cool as hell. And, you know, even if, you know, these guys aren't made to be camouflaged. They're made to be seen. They want you to know that they're coming. That's how you know these dudes are kind of badass. I don't know about the source material. I've never read any of the Valaverse comics or anything like that. But, you know, just in my mind, these guys are bright because they want you to know they're coming. They want you to be scared. I'm digging these Action Force figures. This one and Sergeant Slaughter are the only two that I have currently. I don't know if I'm going to get any more of them or not. I'd like to, but we'll just have to see how the budget pans out. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or to help the channel out further, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.